Good morning. Let me take my readers off. I got to the habit where I just wear. I can wear. Good morning. We're starting our day. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in. Y'all, I don't like this shirt, but I'm gonna wear it today. No, I'm not. I'm not, because I actually have some options over here. So I'm getting ready to change my shirt because I don't like this. There we go. How about that? This one will fit better. And guys, what I'm doing is I'm going through my wardrobe because we're getting ready for a photo shoot. So I got some clothes down here in a corner. I'll pick from these because I just prefer to be comfortable. So y'all come on in. We can ready to start some news and some other stuff. No. Okay, we're gonna start some news and some other stuff. We'll start. So we have some breaking news that's come through. I'm really disappointed to hear about it, but we will get through the news together because I only have a few good moments. Ah, yes, much better. I like this shirt better. This one is better. All right. So y'all, we got news. I'm really, really surprised. Well, I'm not surprised. Okay, so let me just stop that. It is becoming more and more common. Let me say that. So let me go ahead and what I'm going to do is prepare. Good morning, y'all. Come on in. I'm going to prepare it's breaking news. It's really unfortunate because it just came out of nowhere and it's like, y'all, come on. So good morning to those of you all who are watching and paying attention and listening and all that other stuff. It's your girl Paulette. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm getting ready to make my coffee. As a matter of fact, hold up. There we go. I was getting ready to say, what happened to my coffee? What happened to my coffee? What happened? All right, so we'll go ahead and start my coffee. We're going to start the news. Yes, let's delete that. And I am getting ready to start the news. I'm really, really shocked at that. But what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and play this so you guys can hear. It's
This is breaking news. 3 people were fatally shot and 2 were injured Sunday evening at an Indiana mall after a man with a rifle opened fire in a food court and an armed civilian shot and killed him, police said. The man entered the Greenwood Park Mall with a rifle and several magazines of ammunition and began firing in the food court. Greenwood Police Department Chief Jim Ison said an armed civilian killed the man, Ison said at a news conference. In total, 4 people were killed and 2 were injured, he said. This is breaking news. I'm Alan Edwards.
why we not surprised. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Pam, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to my quick rendition of the day shift on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. Right now, you can listen into some pretty cool music. Let me just take a look here. What's playing? Oh, song by the name of nobody else, but then Kim comes on, and then we have and Kim like KEM that comes on. So I can actually see what is coming down the pipe here in terms of music. We have Busta Rhymes that's coming on a little bit later. Interesting. Pretty cool. All right. All right, so we're getting ready to play a little bit more news so you guys can check out what's happening. This is really, really interesting. So we've had another shooting. It was a mass shooting. And unfortunately, 3 people have lost their lives because of that. I really hate to hear that. It's always something. Every single time we turn around, it's something. I sound like the old guy down the street. At the barber shop even. All right, so let's see. Close. What's happening? Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to try this one. And then I'm going to let you guys hear the other news that we've gotten this morning. And I'm going to make my coffee. What y'all doing this morning? I'm like, why is she making coffee so late? Because I was up until 2:30 this morning. Give me a break. Check out the news.
President Joe Biden laid out his vision for the United States' role in the Middle East at a summit in Saudi Arabia with Gulf state leaders on Saturday, the final day of his 4-day trip through the region. David Alexander reports.
The vision includes increasing regional food security, addressing the effect of the Russian invasion of Ukraine on energy markets, and implementing stronger protections against human rights violations. It also includes strengthening a ceasefire between Iran-backed troops and Saudi-led forces in the 7-year civil war in Yemen.
Russia stepping up its military recruitment, which could come at a steep cost to the country well into the future, experts said Saturday, as Russia's defense minister directed troops to further intensify the war in Ukraine. Harry Michaels reports.
The Institute for the Study of War, a think tank based in Washington, D.C., said in an analysis Saturday that Russia has launched a large-scale drive to form volunteer battalions from across the country, with new volunteer units being reported daily. The new battalions are expected to each consist of around 400 men between the ages 18 and 60.
Extreme heat throughout Europe has sparked wildfire in France, Portugal, and Spain, prompting mass evacuations, local officials said. Richard Sanders reports.
Fires in southwestern France have burned some 24,700 acres and displaced thousands of people, Turkish news outlet Anadolu Agency reported. The blazes were burning in the Gironde and Bouches-du-Rhône departments. French Premier Elizabeth Borne said a fire in the Test de Bouc in Gironde department was caused by an electric vehicle.
A cargo plane operated by a Ukraine-based airline crashed Saturday near northern Greece, authorities said.
8 people were believed to be on board the aircraft that was flying from Serbia to Jordan. The pilot alerted Greek authorities about a problem in one of the plane's engines shortly before it crashed. The incident occurred late on Saturday near the city of Kavala. Eyewitnesses reported multiple explosions and a fireball.
Sky News Australia reporting.
Nearly 100 people have been hospitalized and hundreds became ill after consuming a lentil-based product from Daily Harvest, the Food and Drug Administration said, citing complaint reports, as board lawsuits have been filed against the popular vegan food company, including one on behalf of an infant who was breastfeeding. Daily Harvest initiated the voluntary recall of the product last month after consumers began to complain of becoming sick. Some reported elevated liver enzymes, hospitalizations, as well as gallbladder removal. Former NASCAR driver Bobby East was killed in a stabbing attack in a Southern California gas station, authorities said. A suspect in the murder was fatally shot by police during the execution of an arrest warrant in connection with the homicide on Friday, authorities said. The fatal stabbing occurred last Wednesday evening in Westminster in Orange County. 6 people have died after a dust storm fueled by wind gusts topped 60 miles per hour, causing a pileup Friday evening on Interstate 90 in Montana, authorities said.
Oh, it was like a snowstorm, but dust. It was very low visibility, or it was like fog. It reminded me of really dense fog.
We got to it, and we couldn't even see like 10 feet in front of us. So we like hit our brakes.
21 vehicles crashed, and Montana Highway Patrol Sergeant Jay Nelson said authorities believe the weather was the cause. It appears as though there was heavy winds caused by a dust storm with zero visibility, he said. The Mega Millions jackpot grew to an estimated $530 million after no tickets matched all 6 numbers in Friday's drawing. One ticket sold in California had the 5 main numbers, winning a $1 million prize. 28 won $10,000, and 854 took home $500. The new $530 million jackpot would be worth about $304 million with a lump sum cash auction. The next Mega Millions drawing will take place Tuesday. And that's the latest news headlines. I'm Alan Edwards. President Joe Biden laid out his...
All right, guys. That was the news and information that you could use. This is the same information. We will be rotating the news throughout the day. Of course, there's more news than that. So you get like tons of news throughout the day. We're going to be loading that later on. But I always like to make sure that you guys get news and information when you're chatting with me while I start preparing for my day. So, of course, we have here the day-by-day planner, the My Brownstone Living day-by-day home planner. And again, as always, I like to prepare for my work week. And I'm going to take this out of the booklet just a little bit so you guys can see what this looks like. Okay, just so that you're aware. So you can print it out or whatever. You can do whatever you need to do for it. But the planner was actually something that I created because I wanted to make sure that simple things around the house were getting done. So good morning, good morning. So what I did was I created a daily sheet. Then you have a weekly sheet. So in the daily sheet, what happens is you're just going to write down the 6 most important things that you have to do for the day. And then you're going to write down the 3 most important personal things that you need to do for the day. Because you always got to have something that's just for you. Okay. Then as you finish off each item, you just cross it off your list. Okay. So I'm going to actually show you one that I did from last week. It got pretty messy. Got pretty ugly. But it was a great little worksheet because I was able to cross off the items as I got done. Okay, so this was one sheet that I have from last week. And as you can see, you can write down the 6 most important things. See, this is an old one. I just pulled an old one. So write down the 6 most important things that you have to do for the day. Then you write down the 3 most important things that you got to do for yourself, personally, your personal self, right? And then here, if you don't finish certain things on this list, you transpose it down here. But you should never have more than 4 items that you got to do for another day. Then, of course, as I was making phone calls and doing different stuff for the business or whatever, and even for my personal self, I'm making notes over here on the side, and then it becomes the extra for the next day. Okay, so I really like it. The thing is that you can use this on a plan. You can use it on your phone. You can actually use it on your tablet, and then you can print this out. I prefer to print mine out only because I'm old school like that, and I like to see when I'm done with stuff, because then I can go back and I can go, oh, okay, got that. Oh, okay, I got that. So the daily is super simple. I keep this one with me. All right, and then the weekly ones are super simple too, because all you're gonna do is you're gonna pick a day. You're gonna pick a day. Oh, wait a minute. This is an old one. That's okay. I'm gonna still show you anyway. You're gonna pick a day. These are again from last week, okay? But you're gonna pick a day. So today is Monday. We're gonna gather the trash because trash runs, okay? But it should be running out of every room in your house that has a trash bag or a trash can. So there's AM, there's PM, there's AM, midday, and then there's PM. And what happens is for each blocks of the day, you literally circle one item that you need to do. You don't need to do anything else but that one item for your AM whatever, okay? And then in midday, the same thing. And then for the afternoon or evening, it's the same thing. Once you're done with that and you finish circling whatever you're going to do. So today for me, I'm going to be, according to this, I'm going to wipe down my counters and appliances. I'm going to do that this morning. Then midday, which is afternoon, sometime between maybe 12 noon and 3 or 4, I'm going to stop and I'm going to organize my office. Okay, so that's something that I've been putting off for about a week. And then lastly, at the end of the day, we're going to put away dishes. And then you can assign certain things to certain folks. Then when you're done with that, then of course you're going to say, well, what time am I going to do that? Well, this is part of something called the Pomodoro effect. And what you do is you give yourself a block of time to get something done. So once you've chosen whatever the 3 items are that you're going to be doing, all you do is just select, oh, well, let's do it at this time. Oh, let's do it at this time. And you only do that one thing during that block of time that you've given yourself. That's it. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now, I know you're thinking, well, that's kind of, hard. No, it's not. What it does is it helps you to think. That's what it does, is it helps you to think, and you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. I can do this. This was actually created because my daughter was having a hard time keeping her home together after she would get off from work and the baby and all that other stuff. So the My Brownstone Living Day by Day Planner actually does help with that, because especially if you're like me, you got a million things that's going on in your head all the time. You need to get it out on paper so that you can look at it and then you can tackle it. Okay. How do you get yours? Then all you have to do is you got to go to bit.ly, if I have it up here. Yeah. If I have it, and I don't, but this is what you can do. Here it is, bit.ly My Brownstone Planner. That's how you get yours. bit.ly/My Brownstone Planner. It's going to pop this baby up. It's a digital download, and you can have yours today. I'm actually going to be sharing this in the Brownstone Center and also on the Sunday brunch. I'm also on my personal page as well. If you don't get it today, you can get it some other time. Go ahead and check out kccrthebrownstone.com so you can listen in to the news and information that you can use. We just listened to some news. We just found out about breaking news over here in another state. Somebody's shooting all up in the mall and stuff. People ought to be tired. I would be exhausted. I literally would be exhausted constantly. Well, actually, I am exhausted. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm exhausted because I'm kind of at this point now where I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. It's a shooting. It seems like every single week. Good morning. Thank you for the likes. Good morning. Good morning. I appreciate it. All right. So, y'all, let's talk about some of the news and information that's in the news. So, first and foremost, here's one. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez got married. That's all. They got married in Las Vegas. Okay. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Chris Rock and Lake Bell are officially an item, caught holding hands. First of all, why do we care? Why do we care? All right. And let's see. Let's talk about this. This is really bad. Uvalde reports find systemic failures. Steve Bannon trial begins. 5 things. Okay. All right. So let's check this out. So what we do know is that now they're investigating what happened and how things happened the way that they did in Uvalde. And the school shooting report finds there were some systemic failures in law enforcement response. But also this morning, as I was taking a look at the news for myself, I found out that this young man had been having problems before. Like, this wasn't new. Okay. So one of the things that really kind of sparks me is they were actually calling him, his nickname was School Shooter. His nickname was School Shooter. Y'all okay with that? But let's also talk about this. Let's also talk about the fact that he exemplified all kinds of problems early. Okay. He was an exemplary student when he was in pre-K, kindergarten, or whatever, but somewhere along the lines, he became troubled. Now, I'm not saying let's give this kid any kind of excuse or anything like that because you knew what you were doing. He even shot his grandmother before he went up to the school and did what he did. Okay. So I'm just really I'm trying to figure out what are the red signs, what are the signs that you need to look for outside of keeping up with your kids. I'll walk into my kids' room in a minute. Okay. Especially now that I just have the one who is under 18, but I walk in your room and I want to see what's going on. I want to see what's happening. Okay. And I don't know if any time at what time is that not enough? You know what I mean? Just kind of really unfortunate. So let's see. Really interesting that here we go. 4 shot, 1 stabbed at a Spanish nightclub. Spanish police say 4 people were shot and another was injured by a knife at a nightclub in southern Spain. So we're talking about global news. Secret Service riot conduct raises obstruction of justice concerns. As well, it should. Absolutely. So we're talking about the January 6th insurrection. Okay. Were agents part of an effort to intimidate Cassidy Hutchinson? I don't know, but let's take a look and see what they're talking about, because I'd love to know my damn self. All right. Troubling actions by Secret Service agents linked to the January 6th insurrection raises concerns about possible obstructions of justice. Eisen, a White House ethics lawyer in the Obama administration, was part of a panel discussion on CNN addressing the disclosure that the Secret Service had deleted text messages from January 5th and 6th of 2021, which could be important. You think? Very interesting. All right. So that could be important in the ongoing investigation into former President Donald Trump's attempt at overtaking and reversing his election defeat. But the deleted texts are just part of the disturbing Secret Service story. He pointed to agents behind the scenes deriding bombshell testimony facts last month before the House, January 6th, committed by Cassidy Hutchinson. Let's see, what else is happening over here? Hutchinson testified that Tony Ornato, an agent who also served as White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Operations, told her that Trump had lunged for the steering wheel of the presidential limo on January 6th because he wanted to be taken to the Capitol after he told the supporters to march there and fight like hell. I'm sorry, what? I don't have no, I'm trying to be unbiased here, but it's hard. So I'm going to let you make your own decisions on that, and you guys have that conversation amongst yourselves. All right, let's see. What else is going on in the world? Because we're going to continue to keep talking about this. Here's the thing. I'm going to just say this, and y'all already know what I'm getting ready to say, but you know that if this was black or brown people, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. There were some black and brown people there. However, the numbers were minuscule. And I'm just saying, if it was a bunch of us that had done that, oh, this wouldn't even be a conversation we would be having. We would still be talking about remember the day when they killed XYZ. Okay? That just would have been just it. 15 years ago, Apple launched the first iPhone, but the company failed to predict 5 ways the iPhone would change. So the iPhone, guys, is of course changing. It is changing. All right. Berkeley grad was denied a loan 5 times, so she decided to disrupt the credit industry. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Here's what I'm doing. I'm actually giving you highlights and headlines that we're going to be putting. So Jennifer has actually, check this out. She's actually changed her legal name. Wow, that's pretty strong right there. So she's now Jennifer Affleck, which actually, sounds pretty nice. Sounds super cute. Very interesting. All right, let's see. Very interesting. All right, so let us take a look at what's happening with KCCR today before I start wrapping it up. First and foremost, number 1, go ahead and download the KCCR My Brownstone Living app. Get ready because there's going to be a hot lunch mix hit as always from one of our famous DJs at 12 noon. Then, of course, we have Tea Time with Nikema E this afternoon, Cullen's Corner, and also a replay of this particular show, The Day Shift, later on in the day. Then, of course, you'll be able to close your night out with Urban Minimalist and Tunes and Tingles. And we also have Ear Hustling Radio's podcasts that are a part of KCCR Radio, the Brownstone as well. One of the things that we're working on for August that is going to be pretty cool is we're going to be talking to a couple of business owners throughout the entire month. And of course, Black business owners to be specific. The reason why is because in August it's Black Business Month. We are a Black business. And also I want to talk to my friends and cohorts and those people that I know who have small businesses. So we're going to be holding some communication with them throughout the month of August. So you don't want to miss that. You also don't want to miss the official launch of Brownstone Worldwide, the website, and all of the cool things that you'll be able to get there. Yes, it's getting serious. It's getting real over here. We're wrapping it up. I just actually saw the video of the new logo. Yeah, I said the video of the new logo and some other stuff. So we're excited about that here at the Brownstone. So we're going to be preparing for that. I'll be reaching out to some of you guys who are going to be watching this video or listening to the show because I know that you are a Black business owner. I want to find out your secrets. What has caused you to become who you are in XYZ? I want to definitely get a bunch of those in the can and start talking to you guys and find out what you know so that other Black business owners will be able to have just as much success as you have. And understand that it's always not a walk in the park either. Okay, we're going to be talking about that. So just definitely wanted to kind of put that in your ear. Don't forget that you can get your copy of the planner that I showed you earlier in the broadcast, My Brownstone Living Day by Day Home Planner. If you're listening to this broadcast on kccrthebrownstone.com, it is on the very top of the page. One of the tiles is actually going to take you directly to that page. Get ready, guys, because we did not do a newsletter for the month of July. We are going to do one for August because we want to make sure that you're getting all of the cool stuff for it being Black Business Month and also Black Philanthropy Month as well. So we're just going to hold off on that to help celebrate the launch. So get ready for that. But in the meantime, what we would encourage you guys to do is to head over to Facebook so that you can join us on the Brownstone Center. Now, we also have a couple of private groups that you can become a part of as well, where we do Cullen's Corner After Dark. We do some other exclusive shows and stuff like that. And you also get exclusive offers within this room that you may not be able to get in the regular Brownstone Center room. There's actually one that I'm working on today that I cannot wait to share with you all once the deal has been solidified. So just get ready for that. I'm really, really excited. There's more that we're going to be offering you guys, including some live events and stuff like that. So get ready, because in the month of August, the very first Sunday Brunch Live is going to be happening. So I can't wait to share more information with that. With you guys about that. But in the meantime, here's what I want you to do. We're going to do what we always do. I like to replay the news so that you guys can get it once again. Only because I think it's important for you all to hear what's really happening out there. All right. So what are we listening to right now? Let's go for it.
Russia stepping up its military recruitment, which could come at a steep cost to the country well into the future, experts said Saturday, as Russia's defense minister directed troops to further intensify the war in Ukraine. Harry Michaels reports.
The Institute for the Study of War, a think tank based in Washington, D.C., said in an analysis Saturday that Russia has launched a large-scale drive to form volunteer battalions from across the country, with new volunteer units being reported daily. The new battalions are expected to each consist of around 400 men between the ages 18 and 60.
President Joe Biden laid out his vision for the United States' role in the Middle East at a summit in Saudi Arabia with Gulf state leaders on Saturday, the final day of his 4-day trip through the region. David Alexander reports.
The vision includes increasing regional food security, addressing the effect of the Russian invasion of Ukraine on energy markets, and implementing stronger protections against human rights violations. It also includes strengthening a ceasefire between Iran-backed troops and Saudi-led forces in the 7-year civil war in Yemen.
A cargo plane operated by a Ukraine-based airline crashed Saturday near northern Greece, authorities said.
8 people were believed to be on board the aircraft that was flying from Serbia to Jordan. The pilot alerted Greek authorities about a problem in one of the plane's engines shortly before it crashed. The incident occurred late on Saturday near the city of Kavala. Eyewitnesses with multiple explosions and a fireball.
Sky News Australia reporting.
Extreme heat throughout Europe has sparked wildfire in France, Portugal, and Spain, prompting mass evacuations, local officials said. Richard Sanders reports.
Fires in southwestern France have burned some 24,700 acres and displaced thousands of people, Turkish news outlet Anadolu Agency reported. The blazes were burning in the Gironde and Bouches-du-Rhône departments. French Premier Elisabeth Borne said a fire in Le Test de Bouc in Gironde department was caused by an electric vehicle.
Former NASCAR driver Bobby East was killed in a stabbing attack in a Southern California gas station, authorities said. A suspect in the murder was fatally shot by police during the execution of an arrest warrant in connection with the homicide on Friday, authorities said. The fatal stabbing occurred last Wednesday evening in Westminster in Orange County. Nearly 100 people have been hospitalized and hundreds became ill after consuming a lentil-based product from Daily Harvest, the Food and Drug Administration said, citing complaint reports, as more lawsuits have been filed against the popular vegan food company, including one on behalf of an infant who was breastfeeding. Daily Harvest initiated the voluntary recall of the product last month after consumers began to complain of becoming sick. Some reported elevated liver enzymes, hospitalizations, as well as gallbladder removal. 6 people have died after a dust storm fueled by wind gusts top 60 miles per hour, causing a pileup Friday evening on Interstate 90 in Montana, authorities said.
Oh, it was like a snowstorm, but dust. It was very low visibility, or it was like fog. It reminded me of really dense fog.
We got to it, and we couldn't even see like 10 feet in front of us. So we like hit our brakes.
21 vehicles crashed, and Montana Highway Patrol Sergeant Jay Nelson said authorities believe the weather was the cause. It appears as though there was heavy winds caused by a dust storm with zero visibility, he said. The Mega Millions jackpot grew to an estimated $530 million after no tickets matched all 6 numbers in Friday's drawing. One ticket sold in California had the 5 main numbers, winning a $1 million prize. 28 won $10,000, and 854 took home $500. The new $530 million jackpot would be worth about $304 million with a lump sum cash option. The next Mega Millions drawing will take place Tuesday. And that's
all right, guys. You know what? It is time to start the day if you haven't already done that. What we're going to be doing over here is, of course, giving you the news and information that you can use, also providing you with additional information about what's coming down the pipe for Black Business Month and also Black Philanthropy Month. We're going to be focusing on that just a little bit, but then also all of the cool things that are going to be happening with the Brownstone Center. We're going to be asking you guys to reach out to us and let us know what you think, what you want, and what you would like to see and hear and learn about, and what you want to do as the world continues to open up in the middle of everything that's happening. Yeah, I said it. All right, so you guys, 3 things that I always like to tell you to do. You ready for this? Love your life. It's the only one that you have. Live your life to the fullest and enjoy and embrace every single thing about that said life. And lastly, breathe through every single moment, because as long as you can take the next breath and the next breath and the next breath, you will make it to the next experience. Love, live, breathe. You guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you all this afternoon and this evening for Tips, Topics, and Talk right here on KCCR Right Radio, the Brownstone Center. Boy, I'm tongue-tied today. Let's get into it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you inside these interwebs.